Hello. I wanted to show, for those who care, how to swap the electronics from an old and worn out key fob for a Hyundai Sonata or Santa Fe into a new shell purchased on Amazon. So this is the basics of the listing. Flip key fob, Santa Fe and Sonata. Sonata should be 2013 to 2019. Santa Fe years 2014 to 2020. $9 at the time of purchasing this and making this video. In my case, the key fob is functional, except that the plastic, the rubber over the buttons is breaking, making it no longer watertight if it was before, and hard to interact with. So opening this up, we have the replacement shell, a screwdriver, a seal, and a tiny little screw. Yeah, that's where our battery would go. This is the fake key. Now I should be able to simply apply some pressure and pop that apart, and then have everything sort of file over. Let me make sure I've got all the pieces. Okay. Should be the same basic process with the official unit. Apply some pressure. This back door comes off. There's the battery. We should be able to remove that. Use this handy screwdriver. Okay, there's our PCB. That's the part we want. Now I did this with my other key, and it required a bit of force to make this work, to pop this apart. Let's see if the same thing applies here. Sticking a screwdriver in here in this gap and applying force there. There we go. So I twisted, insert and twist a little bit, and that's applied enough pressure to get this started. There's a spring in here, which is in the other one also, that connects to this pin, this plunger. You want to be kind of careful of that. Maybe not lose that, depending on how you feel about it. Okay, and that cracking is the adhesive or whatever they did, the welding, to put all that together. So the parts that we care about are the key and the electronics. Right, so this one's a blank key. We're going to get rid of that. I don't need the old shell or the old door. In my experience, placing the PCB in the backside and then laying the front over that works best. Now, we need to make sure that we've got the key components inserted. In this case, I'm going to get rid of the old plunger. Don't strictly need that. There we go. Should slide in there. And then there should be this piece that goes in here. And then that is going to interface like that. Then there's a pin here that'll go into the spring on the other side, and that's the back. So I kind of do this in reverse order. Try this again. There's our PCB. Spring goes in there. Key will go in here somehow. Okay, we see how this pin has two raised pieces. Those should go through there, and I'm going to pivot this now with the spring still maintaining its hold in that slot. Okay, now I can put the top back on. That pin goes through there. Let's add this metal piece for the back and push it together. Bam, that all looks good. I can push the pin in. The key goes down. I can push the pin in. The key comes up. Okay. I can add the seal to the back. I can put that battery in there. Don't know what that piece is for. Maybe I'll find out later. And then I can put the battery cover back on there. That's it. That should be a functional key fob. Now there's a screw because we don't have the adhesive or welding that went on with the other fob. There's this screw which you can insert and tighten to help keep everything together. Hopefully that was clear and helpful. That's it. Thank you.